At some point, the pause ends. The storm passes, the stillness breaks, momentum starts knocking again. And that moment can be just as dangerous as the storm itself, because when movement returns, leaders face a quiet temptation to rush, to make up for lost time, to prove they're still decisive. In the last episode, we talked about why leaders struggle to sit with the pause. Today, we're talking about what comes next, how to move again without losing what the pause taught you. This is Summit After the Storm podcast, and I'm Bart Wilbanks. This conversation is about timing, discernment, and leadership that doesn't panic when action becomes possible again. When movement becomes available again, it feels like relief. Emails restart, meetings fill the calendar, decisions demand answers, and urgency creeps back in. But motion alone doesn't mean alignment. Just because you can move doesn't mean you should, at least not yet. Many leaders undo the clarity gained in stillness by restarting too fast. Rushing the restart often looks productive on the outside, but internally, it recreates the same patterns that led to the pause in the first place. Old habits, old assumptions, old definitions of success. Without discernment, motion becomes reaction. And reaction feels busy, but it rarely feels wise. Discernment is different from hesitation. Hesitation avoids responsibility. Discernment weighs in. It asks, what actually matters now? What can wait? What did the pause make clear that urgency was buried? Strong leaders don't fear these questions. They respect them. On Kilimanjaro, there were moments after we'd been waiting when movement resumed. The mistake would have been charging ahead at full speed. Instead, progress required a different posture, shorter steps, more awareness, listening to the mountain instead of forcing it. Moving again didn't mean forgetting what waiting had taught us. It meant carrying that lesson forward. And leadership works the same way. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. This verse isn't about patience for its own sake. It's about alignment. Knowing when to act and how is part of leadership maturity. Not every green light means full speed. Sometimes it means measured movement. Intentional leaders move differently after the pause. They choose fewer priorities. They communicate more clearly, resist unnecessary urgency, protect the clarity that they gained. They don't confuse speed with strength. They understand that momentum without meaning is just motion. So here's the question it's worth asking. Where are you feeling pressure to restart? And what would it look like to move forward without abandoning the lesson the pause revealed? What kind of leader do you want to be after this season? If this reflection resonated, I share conversations like this every day on Summit After the Storm. Follow the podcast on Spotify and learn more at summitafterstorm.com. And remember this, moving again doesn't mean returning to who you were before. It means carrying clarity into motion. Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep climbing. Poly poly.